Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners. Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that little pause and little transition and change that happened there. OBS is driving me crazy. We put in some new software and did some stuff, and I don't know what's happening. It's driving me up the goddamn wall. But forget that shit. It's Wednesday night. It's hump day. It is time to get busy on this hump day. It's Wednesday night. It's time for the longest running live stream of the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community here on RSG Skewer Nation. Let me hear you. Whip out your pickles, stroke your Wookiees, get it all started. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that shit that you know you want to do. And welcome to the longest running live show in the history. I'm Ninja J 1999, your host with the most. Joining me, we've got an incredible panel of wonderful people here. Well, some are wonderful people, and by that I mean Finn is not. And speaking of Finn, Finn is also joining me. Finn, how are you tonight?
Porg.
Yeah, don't porg, Mr. Banana Man. Mr. Throwing giant bananas on the screen today. I don't know what that was, but you should be ashamed of yourself. And then he was reading like the dirtiest lyrics from any song ever. And seeing Finn just try to talk dirty, just gross, man. That was just nasty, man. It's just shame on you. But he did it anyway, because Finn just doesn't care. But we have an awesome panel.
I think I did a good job.
Nobody cares. Yeah,
I mean, my milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard.
It doesn't.
And they're like,
you don't even know how to shake your rum shaker. Get that shit out of here.
Damn right, it's better than yours.
No, it's not, Finn. Stop.
I could teach you, Ranger, but I'd have to charge. Just saying.
Just stop, please. You're embarrassing us. All right, so Alchie, your opinion doesn't count. I saw that in chat because you're too much of a fangirl for Finn. You're too close. You're gonna have to back away and see the awfulness that is Finn. All right, now that we got that in, we also have joined us two special, awesome guests. I've come and hung out with them and been hanging out with those guys. The first one is, of course, you know him, Shop Smart, Shop Fort Mart. And that's, of course, Fort Mort is here. Fort Mort, how are you, my friend?
Good, man. How are you, Ranger?
Good.
Finn, good to see you. Loki, first time getting to meet you. How are you? And, of course, I know
you, my friend.
the Senate. The
Senate. Of course, speaking of our next guest, he is the Galactic Senate. The Senate himself.
I am.
Your voice is as good as all of the rest. I like it. It's pretty good. The only one you and me, the only ones that can do the Emperor correctly. I mean, it's a hard thing to do. But the Senate SWGOH is here. Yay!
What's up, everyone? First time on RSG. Been watching for years, seems like.
And he's over on Twitch. Fort Mort is over on Twitch. I said we're trying to get as many of these new and upcoming streamers time on our big show to give them some notoriety. So the first thing I'm going to do before that is introduce the sexy lightsaber builder himself, Sir Loki, who's so quiet that I forgot that he was there.
Oh, you do that to me every stream, man.
Well, you don't say anything, man. God damn, you got to participate.
I'm being polite to you. That's what I'm doing.
You're not. You're just being antisocial. Most of the time, that's bullshit, Loki, because most of the time you're either playing Magic the Gathering or you're doing something to the game. Like, we ask questions like, what was the question? So don't even play that, man. Or you're hooking up with one of your fine-ass women that I know you got 30 of. If you guys don't know, Loki does have a harem, and it's confirmed. But we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
The sexy boot himself, Loki the lightsaber builder, with the Hula Girl shirt. I like that, brother. I haven't seen one of those in a long time, brother. Did you save that shit or something? Where'd you get that one from?
It is, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. I dug it out of somewhere. Still fits. Yeah.
Very nicely done. All right, so let's break down the mechanisms, how this all works. It's pretty simple. We're here to entertain you guys. So there's lots of ways you can participate. First of all, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. The link for Fort Mort and the Senate is linked down below, so make sure you guys check out their stuff if you haven't already. Go there now. And we'll also link it here in the chat here in a little bit, but it should be in the description. If not, it will be. Make sure you guys follow these guys. They're doing great stuff and content for the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. It's great fun to go join their streams and have fun. And we do it. We raid these guys all the time on Twitch, or I'm either like with Fort and we're raiding somebody, or hanging out Senate. So like, oh, we're going back to Fort. Hey! So make sure you guys support, show your love and support for these guys over on Twitch. The way this also works is we have fun interacting. We'll get to that in a second. But before then, we'll do Q&A. We're going to break down all the latest and greatest in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news and notes, although there's not a ton of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and notes because it's one of those quiet weeks where there's not a lot to talk about in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news and notes. But we will cover some stuff. Then we're going to get to the Q&A. If you guys have a question you want to pose to us, there's a format that we use for that. Because we use Nightbot, Finn's scooping up the questions. To get your question answered, you can pop it into the chat. Make sure you put the actual word question in front of your question statement. If you don't, then we will not see it because we got a lot of people in chat. And this is the way we filter out the actual question. So if you have an actual question, make sure you put question in front of the word question in front of your actual question statement. So that's how that works. Now, Finn, we're doing the because it just turns into goddamn madness here all the time. We can never it takes like 20 minutes to get the damn stream started because we get alerts and Streamlabs and break down all the different ways the skewers can communicate with us and what we're doing moving forward, so we can actually get through some of the news and stuff and not wait 30 minutes for the second hype train to calm down.
Yeah, so we are going to be pausing all of the donations that you guys do on Twitch, which we always appreciate.
Yes.
But we do want to be respectful of our guests when we have them on and getting the conversation started. So halfway through the stream is when we will turn that on, because then the chaos will begin when we try to read names, answer your questions. We expect all hell to break loose then, but we do want to get through everything with our guests first, so we are going to pause it about until halfway through. So just FYI for you guys, because I saw some of the donations come in. They will be played just a little bit later.
All right, any other administrative things, Finn? What do we now? We also have a shout out word of the day. We didn't really come up with a shout out word of the day. I don't think it's going to work. So
no. The shout out word of the day is banana. B-A-N-A-N-A. That's right. The shout out word of the day is banana. B-A-N-A-N-A. So get those in the chat. Get banana in the chat. It is the shout out word.
No, the actual word of the day.
It's official. It's official. Nope, they're already typing it. It's official.
The word is butthole because Finn is a butthole. So if you put butthole in chat, 1 for Finn, 2, you can get your name shouted out. There you go. I can do that shit too, Finn.
Yeah, but are you gonna Nightbot it?
No, I was gonna make your life miserable, Mr.
No, I'm just gonna grab banana.
Well, let's just get some buttholes in the chat for Finn because
you can still get butthole in the chat, but I'm just getting the banana.
He's a dingleberry. Okay, all right.
Not dingleberry either, just banana. Banana.
Sure.
But you can type banana butthole. That could be like your
thing.
That's what Ouchie typed. Ouchie typed both,
I'm not even going to go down that road because I don't want to know where that will take us. It'll be a dark place.
Nope.
And I really think that would really turn the stream into something else besides SWGOH. So let's not do that.
Banana. Banana.
All right. We're here to talk about the news.
Fort Mort is ready.
Yes, he is. He's got his Ewok hat on that his wife made him buy. I'm sorry to.
And the background banana. There's always the background.
Senate. See, Senate came right out from work. He's looking professional. He's drinking a beer. He's just chilling. Fort Mort. Shame on you.
This is a coconut sparkling water.
Look, I was trying to give you some man points there. Don't just let me.
I got my regular water. I tried the Buble water. That stuff is pretty good too.
I'm a fan.
I like the Senate. This works out well.
I guess I'm the only man here drinking some bourbon. Goddamn communists surrounding me.
Rangers got it's just a pair. It's like Han and Chewie. Ranger and a bourbon. It's just
Laugh
Just
it
the way
up,
it is.
fuzzball. You didn't see me and Finn in the South Passage. All right. All right. News. Let's break down the news. All right. Star Wars Galaxy Heroes news. Not a goddamn bit of news to really talk about. I'm not joking. I mean, when CG goes quiet, they really, really go quietly. So, the only thing we really got this week was kind of a discussion on the requirements for Luke. There will be 15 requirements. They did acknowledge that. They didn't say what they were. So, was discussing this with lunch today. We're going to get this on the panel. All right, it's going to be a little bit more than Rey and Kylo by a couple. However, there is some crossover because we already saw one character that's crossing over for each side. For Luke, it's JTR, right? If you did Galactic Legend Rey, you have the Relic 7 JTR. You don't have to dick around with her again. And then the same thing on the Emperor Palpatine side because you have Emperor Palpatine Relic 7 if you got Kylo. 15 characters. Senate. Too much? Too little? Do you think they're going to alleviate some of the pain? Because that's the first thing I want to discuss. Because then we got the whole Jedi Luke issue to discuss next. But Senate, what are your thoughts, brother?
I think it's fine because it's comparable to what they did the first time. And I think it's safe to assume that most of the people that are going to go for GLs 3 and 4 are either have 1 or 2 or both, which means that it's essentially, like you said, I mean, you already have one. So I don't see it as too big of a step up from the next ones or from the previous Galactic Legends personally. Okay.
What do you think, Mort?
I think it's a little bit early because we don't know what all the kits and stuff are going to be. I don't have accounts at that level, so it's kind of hard for me to judge. Don't have the Galactic Legends, but I'm looking forward to it. I like the fact that the Galactic Legends actually separate them for me anyway.
Yeah, I have 2 Galactic Legends, and I will be working on the 3rd when this shit happens. Loki, we haven't heard from you in a little bit, you sexy Buddha. What do you think, my friend?
What was the question again?
I'm just moving on to Finn. Finn, what are your thoughts?
I love Loki. Loki knows the question. Loki, go ahead and answer.
I gave him his chance. I'm not playing games. Finn, what do you think?
No, I want to hear Loki. I told Loki before. I think Loki always brings an interesting take on it. Now, we don't have the kits, right? But just in general. Loki, what do you think? About the Galactic Legends. What do you think about the Galactic Legends?
I love Ranger, man.
I hate you so much.
The Galactic
Legends. Hard
Legends
time anymore because I sent him a damn blade, so he doesn't DM me no more nothing. You
don't DM me ever, man.
These are the days of
the
RSG.
Response. I'm waiting, Loki.
Tough love.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Tough love. If I had ever reached out, it would always be me reaching out, not Loki. Like, hey, man, what's up?
I think he needs to see more Loki. That's the problem.
I know, man.
Yeah,
oh my God, Fort Mort. Yeah, really, Fort Mort?
Oh, nice. There it is. You guys can't see it. There's let's highlight this.
There's a lot of Loki on the screen now.
Let's highlight that real quick.
Oh, I like
there
that.
It is. Loki right behind Mort with the Ewok ears.
That was live too.
That's
wow.
Sexy. Look at that. That's super sexy. There he is.
He's straight up screen grabbing and everything in the middle of this.
Oh, now he's picking his nose. He's always going for the double penetration with the nose. Okay.
What you eating, man? That looks good.
I'm gonna guess food.
Rice, chicken, peppers. Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
Sorry, haven't eaten all day.
That's all right. You do your thing, brother.
Me neither, man. I get home from work and then I get harassed by Ranger. I barely have enough time to change my shirt, and then
but now you get to double harass him.
I didn't say one goddamn word to you, man. You made that shit completely up. You pulled that right out your ass, man. So let's try a 5th time. Loki, your thoughts on the requirements for the Galactic Legends?
Oh no. I don't know. I don't know if it's too soon. I don't know. I don't know who the free-to-play friendly one is yet. Because you both have to. What is it? You need Mon Mothma for Luke, and then you need
and 3 Baka.
Yeah. And then you need the new dude. The dude who gets choked by Vader.
No, he never
Piet,
gets choked.
Whatever.
Is it Piet that gets choked? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets choked. I mean, I don't know. But
I don't know.
it's okay. There clearly isn't the free to play one yet, so I couldn't even tell you who to go for. I'm curious to see how they're gonna do Luke, because that version of Luke doesn't fight. You know, if they do a Galactic Legend Hermit Yoda kind of type support character, I'd be a little disappointed in Luke. I mean, he lifts X-wings, and that's about it.
Well, if they do that thing where, I think you've mentioned this, Finn, where if it's one of his abilities is he goes into young version of Luke, where he's the older version, where they were blasting him away with all that fire, and you have to hit him no matter what, but you can't do any damage to him. That would be kind of cool, right? That's something you said, Finn, right?
Yeah, it was basically the equivalent of a special ability that turns him into like a Force Ghost for one turn that puts like a permataunt on him, right? So you have to attack him for like 1 or 2 turns. You keep on firing, and then he goes back to his form afterwards. So you can do it as kind of like a clutch ultimate ability where you can buy time for your entire team.
Right.
And yeah, so it's kind of a Force Ghosty type of, it's not a Force Ghost. What is it? It's a Force Projection. Sorry, Force Projection.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's a waste of a character. I was hoping, because when they first released the artwork, right, they had that scene where, you know, if you want to call him Jedi Master Luke and not Hermit Luke, I guess. So I was kind of hoping it was the younger version of the character, but then now they confirm that it's basically Hermit Luke is what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm almost leaning toward Palpatine right now as the better one, because I can imagine what they're going to do is they're going to probably take that Palpatine kit from Assault Battle, you know, on the very last tier where he does that mega shock where it kills everybody. I can totally see them doing a version of that, and that's what he did in the movie. Whereas Hermit Luke didn't do anything in the movie; he just lifted X-wings and watched burning temples and stuff.
He chucked his lightsaber behind him, though. That was a powerful move.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I guess. I don't know. Maybe he chucks his lightsaber with another person on your team. I don't know. But so far,
he drank blue milk.
Yeah, he did that.
We could get
he's creepy. He's creepy Uncle Luke, right? That's who we really wanted.
Creepy right? Uncle Luke
visits you at night and tries to kill you. That's the Luke I wanted, but they gave you Hermit Luke, so I don't know. My hopes for him aren't that high. I think the Palpatine one sounds pretty damn good.
Creepy, but wants to kill you at night, Luke. Oh my god.
We don't know if any ships are required yet, so I'm kind of dreading that a little bit.
I know, right?
Maybe Bomber and
Y-wing,
the Rebel Y-wing are required.
God, that's gonna suck.
I don't know which capital ship, probably Akbar. So you probably had to get an R7 Akbar or something, which is gonna
suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic, then. This has really been on the forums, and I've seen this discussed. It's been asked of me during the lunch stream. I don't know if you've seen this, Finn. Jedi Knight Luke. Will he be required for Luke? And if so, what will they do about Palpatine? Because there's not an equivalent. Or do we think Jedi Knight Luke will be needed for both new Galactic Legends? They have neither confirmed nor denied or said anything about Jedi Knight Luke for each character. Senate, we'll start with you. What do you think, man?
I think he's got to be required at least for Luke. It hadn't crossed my mind he'd be for both, but they would be stupid to not require him for Luke because it's very thematically on point. Like, it would be the thing that is hard for a lot of people that don't have him, maybe, but it would completely make sense and it would be justified, I think.
All right, Fort Mort, what do you think?
I love this question. You brought it up earlier. I didn't even consider this, but I think I was talking about earlier with the way they did the vets and they split them for the GLs was to me just the stupidest thing ever. So I think it makes a whole lot of sense. A tough, hard character to get, to be able to put him in a requirement for both is pretty cool. I think they'll add on more characters to make it worse, but I think it's a good call. I think it's a really good call.
It could happen. I mean, we've been kind of discussing this, and so the thing that I see is that it makes sense if Luke's required for both journeys for the new Galactic Legends. Problem is, he's not a standard character. It's not like you can get him. You have one chance every 3 months to get him, right? Short-term CG can make a fortune if they do the event right, where people will panic like a mother. If they say, hey, you'll need Jedi Knight Luke next week. Hey, Jedi Knight Luke event's coming back. They'll make some nice profit there. and then cause a panic spend that way. But long term, not many people will work to the Galactic Legends, especially if they're not going to panic, and they're like, no, because they're not even close, because they just have no shot, because you have to have Wampa and Yoda, Chewie, 3PO, all these characters, first of all, to be unlocked, and then with Get Store and other things, and then you have to have them like Relic 3. So, Loki, Jedi Knight Luke, do you think he's going to be a part of one, both, or not at all for this new Galactic Legends?
I mean, that's the ultimate question, and that would determine the free-to-play aspect of each of the Galactic Legend. My opinion is, I think definitely one. I don't think CG would be that nice and make him a requirement for both, because they got to make money somewhere. So I'm going to say one, and they're probably going to do another one, kind of a curveball on the other Galactic Legend. But I'm leaning Luke for Luke. It just makes sense.
I look over, there's Fort Mort with another Mort. He did a Kagami no Jutsu and has made a shadow clone of Mort. Apparently we've gone to Naruto in the Wednesday night stream. All right, Dr. Finn, Jedi Luke, what are your thoughts?
He cannot be a part of the event. It wouldn't make any sense. So first off, the imbalance thing between Luke and Palpatine is already thrown out the window, because Rey and Kylo already had that. Kylo had Palpatine, right? But Rey needed BB-8. Those are your two legendaries. Rey Jedi training, there's no equivalent on the Kylo side, right?
No,
there's nothing there.
Not right now.
So imbalance in terms of event characters has already been set as a precedent.
Right.
So that argument doesn't stand. The next part is the whole concept behind the journey guide is that you said it, and I mentioned this last week too, is that the characters are available for you to be able to get as soon as you hit the requirements, right? And it's not timed. They're avoiding these like panic farms, which is what they were talking about with these kind of characters, where you have to do it every 3 months. Like you only have this time, or you have to wait another 3 months to do it. If Jedi Knight Luke becomes a requirement for either of them, the whole concept of the journey guide is stupid. With these particular characters, with the way that they have brought up the Galactic Legends, right? And it isn't that they can't set this precedent. They've changed these kind of things all the time. But in my opinion, that would be a horrible move for them. Because let's just say that you put Jedi Knight Luke as the requirement for Jedi Master Luke. I don't think it's going to be both. If anything, I think it's just going to be Jedi Master Luke, right? But if they put it in as Jedi Master Luke, why, if you're not even close to Jedi Knight Luke and you have to wait 3 months in order to get it, why would you even bother with Jedi Master Luke? They're probably going to be somewhat equivalent, just like you're seeing Rey and Kylo, right? Even Kylo's a little bit better, but they're still pretty damn good, either one that you get. So why would you bother with Master Luke at all? You would just go straight for Palpatine, because you know what the requirements for Palpatine are. It's Emperor Palpatine and Darth Sidious in terms of his lineage. Right? You have that kind of equivalent when you look at CLS, or when you look at Luke, because you have CLS and Farm Boy Luke. Leave it at that. You have your equivalent of two versions of the character before you get to the Galactic Legend. That's what Rey had, right? Rey had Stick Rey and Rey Jedi Training. Kylo had his masked Kylo, then unmasked Kylo, and then you got Supreme Leader, right? You can find other ways to balance it out. But you have your two Lukes, you have your two Palpatine, Sidious, whatever you want to call it. Don't include Jedi Knight Luke in this event. You destroy the concept of a journey guide, Legend Galactic Challenge. The way that it is intended, you farm it, you work on it, you don't have to wait 3 months, you get it. Boom, done. Just change the other requirements, right? There's only, two characters right now that are in any cycle that does not fit, right? It's Malik and Jedi Knight Luke. It is not that hard to create an event that Gas and Jedi Knight Luke. Malik just went in, sorry. So Gas and Jedi Knight Luke. It is not hard to create an event that doesn't require those two characters. Just forget it. You can have the same, and if you want to, right? Here is the little bit of maybe a nicety of sorts. You can make the requirements needed for Jedi Knight Luke as part of the requirements for Jedi Master Luke. You don't have to make Jedi Knight Luke required, but use some of the same characters and you still get that same foundation. Because then you have to go towards Jedi Knight Luke anyways, right? So that would be the way that you balance it out. You create the same prereqs, but you don't include that character because of the cadence of that character versus what the Galactic Legend Journey Guide is supposed to be. So that's just my thought. I don't think, and it would, to me, it would be an awful move by CG to put Jedi Knight Luke into this event because of how he's set up. The only other alternative to that, I'll say, is if they decide that, oh yeah, we're not going to hold him out anymore, he's just going to be permanently in the Journey Guide now. Well, that spits in the face of everything they've done. It'd be nice for players if they no longer did that 3-month cadence and stuff, but very unlikely that they will do it.
And
so I think
something.
CG should not include Jedi Knight Luke, but include the prereqs as part of it. That's my thought.
Anybody else thoughts on this? Repose? I know Loki's not going to say shit. Yep, Loki didn't say shit. Okay, let's move on. So the other thing is, had a couple weeks now, Galactic Challenges. I wanted to bring this subject up. Galactic Challenges are garbage, man. I'm 50-50 on it. Like, it still has some possibilities. But my goodness, man, these are really a letdown. They really, really are. They're not creative. They're not fun. The gear sucks. The requirements are awful. I mean, it's Galactic Challenges 2.0. Now, I'm still waiting for a final verdict on it because they are going to make some changes. This is a beta. But I have not gotten any... I mean, the first time I did, I was like, okay, this is a little different. But after doing 4 of them now... They're really bad. They're just not this. I don't get it. I mean, it's not even. I don't even know if I can consider this content because it's like they just rehash something else. Is what it feels like. And again, waiting for the final verdict before I finally say what I really think. I'm really been disappointed in a lot of ways so far with a lot of stuff that they've done so far with these. Senate, what are your thoughts on Galactic Challenges? We're on our 4th one. We got 2 more to go. Things you'd like to see done, your thoughts on it for improvements, because it's one thing to say something sucks, but you always want to offer like what you would want to improve on it. So your experiences with Galactic Challenges, what you would want to add, and give the floor to you.
I think my biggest problem with it is that the replayability is, at least for the rewards, and I will say that they address that, and it's tough to say if they're actually going to follow through on what they said, being that they're aware of like the frequency of the event and the rewards and like the top heaviness of the rewards being gated by relics and stuff, because just the whole structure of it right now is stupid. On top of that, I guess the whole thing that makes this unique compared to anything else that we already have in the game is just the unique debuffs and whatnot. And that seems like that's when they think of content nowadays, or even a new character, it's like they got to think of some new debuff or some new, literally it's always a debuff, it seems like, or a new buff or something. And I don't have fun like figuring out the mechanics. It just seems like too much of a handicap. It's just not really fun, or you can just steamroll through it and not even have to worry about it because it's not that much of a challenge. Like the whole one today, I just opened it up today and went through. I don't have, obviously Relic 5 Old Republic, but went through just to get the first phase, four gold mod slicing things, whatever, because that's worth it. And saw that I had this debuff on me, and I was like, oh, I don't know, what's that? I don't really care. It's not affecting me. I don't care. I don't get any rewards for it. So that's been my problem with it. I don't know if it is salvageable the way that they have it just by restructuring the rewards, because really the basis of the event to me just isn't really fun. I'll still do it if they restructure the rewards. It's going to be great because it's a joke. You get through phase 7 with nobody dying and your reward is like a Mark 1 stun gun. It's like, I can't believe that was their final product they put out. I feel like it was like, we're going to see how much we can get away with and then give people a little more rewards to see if they like it, rather than actually giving out something that was a finished product and then, ratcheting it back or adjusting it a little bit. Like it just, I don't know. Yeah. That's my opinion.
Yeah, they said we're doing the beta for this, but damn.
I feel like the game's been out for 5 years. What are you doing like beta testing with everybody? Like you should kind of have a good idea like what people are looking for at this point, to the point where you don't have to like full release it in a half-ass stage. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, Fort Mort, what do you think, brother?
Galactic Challenges. So you guys know me. I try to be positive about CG because they're trying to do stuff, but this was an ultimate disappointment for me. And when everybody's out there crying and griping about it, I said, give it a chance. They're asking for our feedback. I honestly, deep down, didn't see how they're going to improve it to make it worthwhile playing. Like he said, I mean, I took a 122K Padme team and lost to Jedi Knight Revan in the 5th phase of that. I mean, and then the rewards I looked below, I was like, nope, I won't be going back. It was an ultimate
3 Mark III Carbantes, you know.
Yeah, it just wasn't worth my time trying to fight to get through it, and especially to try to get to 7. I mean, I got a full relic, everything in order to beat it. I do want to reward the guys who are at the top, so I'm all good with that. But reward them with relic pieces.
Or
what else do they need?
Scrap. You know, Zetas. You know, we always
Zetas. Yeah, sure, anything.
You know, something like that. I mean,
yeah.
The gear's fine.
I don't need sim tickets. I don't need credits. I just
That's 15,000 ship credits. You know, don't spend them all at once. And you might be able to get a cheeseburger with that, Mort. I'm just.
By the way, hit that thumbs up button. Only a third of the crew so far has. Let's go, people.
I know. We you know, if they like the content, hit the thumbs up.
I'll prop you.
Do it for Loki. Look at Loki right now.
Yeah, look at Loki.
Look at that pudding.
Do it for that T-shirt.
Yeah, do it for the T-shirt. He's wearing a Hula Girls T-shirt. Just give him a thumbs up. And if you spend $4.99 a month, you will not only get a way to help Loki, but you'll also send you the Ginsu steak knives. All right, Loki Galactic Challenges, brother. You've had some time to dick around with them. You're kind of like me. You got everything. You go in, you do it, and I mean, I just go 4-man team Galactic Legend, clear everything. Then I go back in with the team that I was supposed to, and then see if I can how far I can go with the team I've got. What do you think, brother?
I mean, nothing's really changed for me. I was really hoping they would put those special stages in with park TIE fighters and walkers and other cool stuff like that. With the Revan event, they had the it's not the Rancor, whatever the Rancor equivalent for Old Republic. I can't pronounce the name. It starts with a T, but they had that thing in there. And they haven't done that. You're fighting the same teams pretty much throughout all the stages, and the rewards suck. And they try to sucker you in because I think the last tier you need minimum R5 on all the characters. So I mean they're suckering people into doing that. I advise everybody don't fall for it. It's not worth it. And I really thought that they were going to take like the Death Star and Tatooine and all the other planets and scenes from the movies and put some unique content into it, and they haven't done it. So
yeah, just backgrounds, and they look nice, but I mean, it's a background.
Yeah,
I have more fun with the Night Sister one with the throne is like more unique. The Ewoks one with the AT-AT, like that is like more. I have more fun doing that than I do with Galactic Challenges easily.
And it's frustrating because when you look at the Giant Luke event, it was such a fantastic event. And you see the cinematics and you see what they did and the creativity of actually going through the storyline, and you actually went through a story, Luke's story, like from the movie, to go through that, and it was so well executed. And then you look at Galactic Challenges, like, do they have like separate teams working on different parts of the game? Because this does not make sense to me. You see stuff like that, and you're like, God damn, see, you do this all the time. I'll play. I mean, I could play the Giant Luke event just for fun. I really enjoyed that event. It's like the Malik event. I enjoyed doing the Malik event. I think it's creative and it's fun to teach people, what the scenario is when they're going for Malik for the first time. Like, no, do this. This is why this does this, and they're just like, oh wow, that's really neat. Like, yeah, it is neat. To me, Galactic Challenges, let's just throw some global effects on and see what the players do. You have 10 turns to kill this or you'll die.
It definitely feels like they got the JV team or the temps working on this event, and it's so bad. And they hyped it up so good.
They really did, man. And I was really...
They wasted a lot of time hyping it up.
I was really pushing for it because I was really thinking... Because it is technically, it's content that anybody can do. It's stuff you can get rewards from. But then the content's crud and the rewards are bleh, unless you can go the upper echelon of stuff. All right, Dr. Finn, Galactic Challenges. You've had some time to dick around with these things when you're not farting around with bananas on screen. All right, Poor Glover, what do you got for us?
Okay, I guess I'm going CG-finity here. Okay.
Oh, goddamn! Why are you gonna go CG-finity, man? I hate that motherfucker.
I like CG.
I hate that dude, man. That
So
dude sucks.
He is. He's awful. Okay, so In terms of what
Hey,
Galactic
him.
Challenges has in the game right now, right? I think there is some potential hope. Problem is CG has not done a lot with the community to foster that hope, right? But I'll give some I'll give some I'll give some simple things that CG could do in order to improve Galactic Challenges, right? The first thing is a lot of times when games release like a beta, right? They're intentionally holding things back because still when it gets released into like what they would consider like a live, right? This is a live beta, but whenever they release the final product, they still want to hold like some cards in their sleeve to show an improvement, right? So the first thing is I'm hoping that the stages will be different at each tier when the Galactic Challenges actually get released. Right? The same thing basically every single time, I don't think really does much. I think in some ways it needs to tell a basic story, right? I do not expect it to be the same level as Jedi Knight Luke or CLS or Darth Revan and Malik, because what that does then is devalue those events a little bit, right? What you need this is to be a replayable event, but it needs to not be monotonous. The same reason why we don't want 8 waves, because it's 8 waves of like the same crap over and over again. And then if you fail wave 7, you have to go through those 6 waves again, right? That's what we're trying to avoid. So I think the first thing they need to do is change up the teams that you are facing, right? So that's the first easy thing. In terms of the difficulty, I'm actually okay with the difficulty. It gives everyone something to shoot for, but it's not like you have to go for it, right? There's really no major penalty to not getting in through the final tier, except you just don't get those rewards, but you'll get them eventually. If you don't get them right now, it's fine. You'll get them eventually. So I don't necessarily think that the difficulty needs to be changed. The rewards do need to be upped, but I would caution on the rewards going up too high, because keep in mind what CG is looking for with this event. They want this event to be replayable. They even said that hopefully this would be an event that shows up much more frequently than 7 days, right? When they took the first set of feedbacks, they're like 7 days is way too long. We're hoping for something maybe in the range of, I think they said 2 to 3 days. But in all honesty, what this should be is a daily event with a different thing. And you just go in and you do your events, just like your challenges, right? The same way you do your regular challenges, and there's like a new one every day, but there is something every day. Galactic Challenges should be the same way. So if you have something that is giving rewards every single day, if you increase the rewards too much, you will throw off the economy of the entire game. Right? So while I agree that the rewards do need to be upped, they need to be upped cautiously, because you have to take into account during a week, you are going to get like 7 times whatever reward is that you want, right? So it has to be something that is balanced over a week period. Most of what they do is over a week period, right? Because if you look at the regular challenges, you get like 1 full Carbonti from those challenges over the week. You get about 20 pieces on average. So over the week, you get 60 pieces, right? So it's 1 1/4, 1 and 20%, whatever it is. So whatever balance they do, they have to keep it balanced. So rewards go up, but I don't want anything too extreme, because that will throw off the entire game. And what that will do, actually, which is bad for players, is they will see that they're getting too much gear too quickly, and they're going to accelerate it. And all of a sudden, you're going to see like Relic 15 pop into the game. So be careful about requesting too much gear, because they will adjust and make it worse on you.
But
it's what they always do.
But the problem is with this event is that when you get to like say tier 5, the relic characters for gear 11 pieces. That's crazy, right? It doesn't match.
No, so they do have to up it. That's what I'm saying. They have to
right.
change
I'm not
some of the
saying
rewards.
we need 50 Carbontis, for winning. But I mean,
yeah.
But
But I've seen some people saying like you need much more rewards, and I think what's missed is that this is something that maybe you're going to be doing 7 times a week.
5 stun
right?
guns.
If there's every single day, so you do have to balance it out.
Stun guns.
I think if they just redistributed the rewards they already have that are gated behind the relics and just split it between the actual achievements, that would be fine.
Yeah, that could potentially be better too. Yeah, something like that. They have to do it.
Let me get 3 Grief Karga shards for free. Geez.
Yeah. No, those and those kind of things I think is where they could do it. Those little things like the shards, right, which players value, right? Players value those shards because if you either need those shards now or afterwards, it's shard shop, and sometimes shard shop has the best stuff for you. So the shards are something that they can definitely introduce into the game, and it gives value without throwing off the economy too much, which I think is a great way of trying to balance out the rewards.
I like what Nightmare said in chat too about the mod slice of materials. You use the same energy to get mods and materials, so it's a headache getting them, and we all know the pain of mod depression, as you guys put it. So mod slice of materials, how many times have you gone for speed, gone from a green to a blue, and you're like, God damn it, I just wasted that. You know, I know I can't get enough of them. That would be a great reward.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm full on mods, so it's sometimes hard, but yeah, it's a constant give and take there. Anyways,
it's a fickle mistress, and I blame fate.
It is. And then the last thing I'll mention is the concept of the buff, debuff, and the environmental stuff, right?
Boring.
I am actually a fan of those buffs.
But
we have something similar like that. It's not, but hold on. So they have something similar to that when and those of you that watch, we play a bunch of different games. They have something similar to that in like Borderlands 3, where they increase the difficulty by adding these modifiers. And sometimes there's some modifiers that help you, some modifiers that go against you. And what it does is it changes the dynamic sometimes of the combat, makes it more interesting. But what I see with the Galactic Challenges, right, is two things that they need to do with those. The first thing is these buffs and everything are fine, but I think what I'm hoping for is they are using this as a way to test out something that is going to be a part of a raid, right? They're using this in a test environment, and I could really see something really cool if they're trying to go through some of Star Wars, where if you're in the Death Star, right, or if you're doing the trench run, that gives you a certain buff. If you are in the Death Star, you get certain buffs and the enemies get certain buffs. If you're on Endor, you get certain buffs and debuffs, right? It's not the same each phase. You actually add some of those debuffs, the buffs, the environmental stuff. You bring that all in, and they're testing that concept, because I'm still taking this as a beta. So if they're testing it, I think this would be great as a longer thing that they could introduce into the game to introduce new content with a wrinkle on it every single time, so it's not the same thing. But the second part, and I'll give credit to Clash, who said this on Jedi Academy a couple... I'll give Clash some credit, because he said this on Jedi Academy a couple weeks ago, and it's a brilliant idea. We talked about how the Galactic Challenges do not have replayability, right? Because they are unrealistic to anything else in the game. They don't have the replayability of your GAC, your Territory Wars, your Arena, any of the teams that you see. So what they need to do is basically add a toggle switch onto those Galactic Challenges, where if you want to do it for rewards, you keep that toggle switch on, you get all the enemy buffs and debuffs, and you work through all the feats. But if you want to replay it, you turn them off. When you turn it off, you're ineligible for all the feats, but now you play against these teams that you see. You play against the Jedi Knight Revan team. You play against a Grievous team. You play against a First Order team. I mean, all of these things you can put together, and now you have yourself a not an actual one, but kind of like a pseudo sandbox mode, where you have these characters at different levels of gear, right? And you can find the one that fits your gear. That's a really nice part about it. If you are not all the way up to like Relics 5 on all of your characters that you're testing it out on, do your modes on tier 5 or go to tier 4, because that's what you're facing in GAC. That's what I think they need to do. And if they make those changes, I think Galactic Challenges is fine, but there's only like a little bit of change, right? In all of those suggestions, it's like one little tweak. So I don't think they are far away from making Galactic Challenges good. I think, again, the biggest problem CG has is that they have lost the benefit of the doubt with the community.
Pretty much.
Long term, right? They can release these things, they can call it a beta, but nobody sees it as a beta anymore because they don't believe CG is going to really implement any of the changes. They believe that they're just going to go straight to whatever it is. They're going to do whatever they want. They're not going to listen to players. And that is the biggest thing that CG has against them. It's just their own perception that has been formed over the past few years. And hopefully they are going to do more with Galactic Challenges. I think Galactic Challenges has a lot of promise. As it stands right now, I agree with you guys 100%. It looks like a glorified assault battle. But I think they can make little tweaks to make it useful for players. They're not far away. I really just hope they're listening.
I'm praying that that's not a sheep, but a wampa that's next to that Baby Yoda there, Fort Mort. Oh, good. It's a wampa wampa. Okay. A wampa wampa? Okay. So, yeah. So what we're going to do... All right, that's enough out of you. The care package. All right, so we got a ton of questions coming in. We're going to get to the questions here in a second. So what I'm going to do, everybody on the panel, mute your microphone because I need some more bourbon, is I'm going to try to play a commercial. This should work since our intro worked. And so we're going to do that, take a quick break, and then we'll be back. And then we're going to unleash you guys so you guys can donate and do all the fun stuff that you guys like to do. So everybody on the panel, mute your mic and let's play a commercial.
Rage in Galaxy of Heroes is a real thing. Doctors and scientists are looking into how this happens. Watch as we introduce Galaxy of Heroes into a children's show.
Hello, this is the Kermit the Frog, and I'm here today to offer you the first in a series of feedbacks about Darkside territory battles. Before the territory battle, people were happy. And right over here, this is a picture of a happy face. And you can tell that because the face is smiling. And we felt, well, that way because of the territory war beta. And being able to test the war before release. And then all of a sudden, things got really because someone in management decided to be greedy. So management came and released Darkside territory battle. Now, that is not the kind of thing that makes you feel happy. That is the kind of thing that makes you feel mad. I think I better talk about being mad. Now, I get mad when companies release things they should. Like when management releases incompetent code for money. You can tell I'm mad by the type of things I say to management. You big
Froggy!
And furthermore, I'm gonna your mother.
So don't fight SWGOH Rage alone. Call your neighborhood support group and get help today.
All right, that commercial was shorter than I thought. Damn it. All right. What happened?
What?
Someone said, rip my ears. What is Grim talking about?
He hates the beeping. He hates the beeping.
What beeping?
From the censorship of Kermit.
Oh my god. All right, I thought it was something serious. All right, moving on. Finn, do we want to do the shout outs real quick and then get to the questions?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And here we go.
What?
I wish I could get it to come up.
Jesus. Here come
How's business?
Oh, Jesus.
They're on now.
Here they come. Here we go.
I wish there was a way to put like us on top of each other.
Jesus. Oh, boy.
There you go. There you go. That's it for now. That's it for now.
All right, if you want to do your donations, your bits, your funny little gags, all the little sound bits that we have, feel free to.
We're gonna stay focused though.
Yeah.
We're staying focused. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing the shout outs first, right?
Yep, Patreons, here we go. These are all our Patreon sponsors. Thank you guys so much for being Patreon sponsors. We really appreciate it. You can see all the names here. These are people that are help us on Patreon, help to keep stream going. So just want to make sure we do all the shout outs. We're going to do the Patreons first, and then we'll do Twitch, and then we'll do YouTube. So we'll get everybody shout out here. But just thank you to all you guys for staying loyal being great fans and supporting us through Twitch. And there's Sheepy. Sheepy right in the middle of our Patreon sponsorship. God damn it, kill that sheep, Finn. There's the worst goddamn time for Sheepy to poking his damn head up. Stupid Sheepy.
What he does.
Okay. I hate you for creating that thing. All right, next one we'll go to.
I mean, he came into my base
Shut
in
up, Finn.
Minecraft. It's not
You
my
have
fault.
failed this for the first and last time.
You can just hush.
That's right. You can
Yeah,
just
that's
hush,
right.
Finn. All right, Twitch subs. Here we go. This is going to take a while because we have a shit ton of Twitch followers. Over 1,000 followers now. Over actually 1,100. Probably climbing. What's our count at, Finn? I lose track of this shit now. I mean,
Somewhere over
it's
1,000.
Finn, would you say it's a plethora of followers?
It's a cornucopia.
That's not what I asked you. I said, would you think this is a plethora?
It's a cornucopia. I would
That's
define it.
not what. That's not the answer, man. You don't. You know, you try to do.
Bulbous bouffant. Macadamia. Gazebo.
Thank you, Twitch members.
I be a pirate.
That's right, Finn be a pirate. They're coming in now. Let me know when the hype train starts, because we usually get one as soon as we let this madness happen. So I'm just waiting. I know it's coming. I know they're gonna do some crazy shit. It's coming. Wait, does Morton and can Morton and Senate hear what we're listening to?
Mm-mm. They do not.
You want to give them the link so they can actually hear it in their ears when they.
There's no like link. You guys can hear it on the stream. I have to otherwise we have to do
yeah
like
for
a
the
Discord
stream.
call.
I don't know if they have the stream up or whatnot, so they can hear this.
I got it up.
Oh, okay, so I see Senate over there smirking once in a while, so he's like, yeah.
I got it muted though,
Oh.
because my ears are bleeding. But other than that, I'm fine.
You'll be fine. I have hearing loss. I'm look at me. So anyway, thank you to.
That doesn't help. I know, Senate. I know
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
It didn't really help at all. But yeah, thank you to all our Twitch subscribers. You guys have really just come out of the woodworks. Holy crap! I mean, God, we're still going.
When
early.
I only had one baby,
Oh,
he
no.
said the next time it'd be just a tip, and he lied. we ended up with it. We ended up with 2 babies.
Oh, the old 2 baby skit from Grande Patron. God damn it. God. All right, and last but not least, hope we can get through this. The YouTube sponsors. Thank you, YouTube sponsors, for everything you do over here on YouTube. Everything, all the donations, the Patreon, the Twitch, the YouTube. It works great for supporting us, so we really appreciate it. All right, Dr. Finn, we've gotten through all the nonsense. So, guys, feel free to donate. We're going to get into the Q&A, unless I missed.
But we had the
anything.
chat shout outs. I put them in the in Finn stuff.
I forgot. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me pull this up here. The old chat shoutouts. All right, what voice am I doing tonight? I always do a voice when we do these things. So
I think there's one that's just standard now. He's become the mascot of the shout outs. He's become the mascot of the shout outs, Ranger. What do you want me to do?
God damn it! Let me get him out. He's in the cage. Let me whip him out. All right, here we go. Hi, everybody. Kermit the Frog here from Sesame Street News, and today we're going to shout out all you wonderful skewers who have started to stroke your Wookiees and whip out your pickles and said you actually knew how to spell banana. Yay! A third-grade education you did receive. Okay, we have Oh, speaking of stroking the Wookiee, there's that wonderful line. Oh, that was wonderful to hear. All right, let's begin. We've got Bimatsu the Spam Lover, CBO97, our military associate, and my brother from another mother. Commander Skywalker, a Canadian representation of the frozen Canadians up there north, on the tundra. What's going on, We've got Contingent 93, DA Sniper King, Darth Mike, Darth Sign 1972, DPK, Durgan Gurgan Fergan, XO, Feed Zeke, you must feed Zeke, Foreigner, Grande Verga, the Italian Stallion, that's my nickname with Miss Piggy. Let's see here, Jason Hommel, John Moran, formerly known as John Moron, but we won't hold that against him. JV420, oh, it's Lord Megatron and the Decepticons. Evil buttholes have come to ruin the stream. Yay! Okay, let's see here. We got Oreo, Algae Dumpling, the donut lover herself, Plasma, Popey, Ray Rock, Ronan, Rose Taco, Steve, STP Gaming, you should check him out. Torn Jacks, Tits of Fury, yay! Vincent 8, Waffle Dolphin, What 73, Wolfell, Utah, DJ, and Nightmare. All right, we got through the shout-outs, but before we go...
Did you say Vincent 8?
I'm going through this very fast. Is it Vincent B? It looks like an 8 from
B.
where I'm looking. It's really small.
Yeah, it's B.
All right. Fort Mort, what's long and green and smells like Miss Piggy?
I don't know. Tell me.
My finger! Yay! All right, there we go.
Hate that joke every time.
That's why I do it, because you're a butthole. You have done that yourself, Anakin. All right. Now that we got all that done, let's get to the Q&A section where we take this wonderful panel, folks. Now, just as a reminder, as soon as we get done with the Q&A here, in about roughly 30 minutes, we're going to flip over to the Senate. I'm going to go hang out with the Senate. Fort Mort, I don't know if he's going to come hang out, but I'm sure he'll want to hang out. I don't know who's hanging out, but I know I'm going over there to support Senate and all his doings and stuff. And, you're drinking the apple juice. Okay, good job, Fort Mort. And we're over there supporting. So we're going to want all you guys watching us right now to jump over there when we tell you to go follow the Senate. You can also check out Fort Mort and the Senate. Their links will be posted soon, and their descriptions also will have their links to their Twitch accounts. So let's show some love to those guys. If you're just sitting here right now, just go there right now, hit the follow. At least hit the follow. That's really appreciated, right? If you want to sub. I think their content's worth it. Give them some sub love. I've done it. I'm subbed to both their channels. Give them a little love. So there we go. All right. We got all that out and stuff out of the way. All right, Dr. Finn. You little troll. Yep. It's question time with Dr. Finn. Are you going to actually...
Okay. Yeah. No, sorry, I dropped
You've only
something.
had a little time to be prepared for me to say
No,
that.
I have the questions. I just dropped something, though. I'll get it later. Okay, I have to remember, otherwise I'll leave it down there. Okay,
what is that,
so
Fort Mort?
first
Is
question
that a,
is from Fort Mort. And Fort Mort asked, question, is this how we do it? Yes, you did it correctly,
this
Fort
is
Mort.
how we do it.
Very nicely done.
That's a sub, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday night, and I feel all right.
$5 foot long.
Since we do have,
any. Okay.
You know who with us.
All right. Next question from Commander Skywalker. For the Thrawn lead with Vader Ray counter, does Traya and Shore Trooper need to be gear 13, and what speeds do you need?
Loki, what do you think?
I mean, I would say yes.
Yes.
Because you can't. It can go south if you lose one of them too quickly, right? Especially if you don't get Treya's isolate off. Speeds, I don't think speeds really matter. I think the counter you're talking about has Thrawn in it, right?
Yeah.
I think Thrawn's really the only one that has to be fast. Because you figure the opening has to be Thrawn swap over to Treya, and then Treya isolates a tank or whatever. And then you go from there, and then hopefully you get the crits and the big damage from Vader. But I think the crit chance is probably more critical on Vader. Crit chance, crit damage, to that nature. But again, it just depends on how well that other team is modded and set up. But I would think Shore Trooper, just as tanky as you can get it, and the more relics you put on Shore Trooper, then he can take more of a beating. And then Treya's just got to be like
survivable.
Survivable. Maybe some tenacity so she doesn't get stunned, or ability blocked or something like that, right? Like that can go south real fast. But it's a tough counter. I mean, even in my GAC, I've kind of went away from that counter already. Maybe I shifted that counter over to Supreme Leader Kylo. I think it's a lot easier, but it's still doable with Rey. I think the Jedi Knight Revan one against Rey is better, but
there you go.
Again, yeah.
All right.
It's tough.
Before we move on, the Senate wanted me to shout him out. I saw he put banana. He's got big hands like me. So I'm doing a huge shout out for the Senate, who, like me, is a president of his country. He rules the empire. So do I. Just saying. And he's got large hands like me. Did I say large hands? Yes.
Made my day.
Large hands. All right, next question.
All right, Darsion 1972. Question for Finity. Have a new idea for your ultimate Twinkie. A Twinkie with a sausage in the middle wrapped in maple bacon.
Oh, nasty.
That sounds really good.
You're sick.
You have to deep fry it, though. So you put the sausage in the Twinkie,
man.
then you wrap it in a bacon, and then you deep fry it. That is... Oh, and put it on a stick. You have to put that on a stick. That has to be
that
on
makes all the difference if it's on a
That's
stick.
that's like the ultimate Twinkie corn dog. That's pretty okay.
Did a twink? What?
Just don't.
Ultimate Twinkie corn dog.
Just,
it's a Twinkie corn dog.
Yeah. Just...
All right. I like the idea, Darsion. I like the idea. Nightmare question. There is now 1/4 of all SWGOH players in Division 1. How long until GAC gets reworked?
Yeah, did you guys see that post about the amount of people based off the stats that they had, where Division 1 has a hell of a lot of people in it now. I don't know if you guys saw that on the forums, and it was on Reddit as well that it was posted.
I saw it.
I think it's time.
I don't know how accurate those are. I'm glad that somebody is trying to do the... No, I'm not doubting the results, but they got that through surveys that were sent out to people in Discord, right? Honestly, majority of the players have no idea there's a forum. They have no idea there's a Reddit. Most people are not even paying attention to YouTube.
How hard is to answer a question at what division you in?
It's not a matter of asking that. The question is, who's going to find these surveys?
Oh,
the people that are going to find the surveys are the ones that are heavily invested in the game, which tend to skew more towards the longtime players.
Finn, if it's accurate,
it's accurate, but it has research bias. I mean, think about this.
That's
okay,
not
it's equivalent.
What I asked. Let me finish the question, Finity Quinn.
Okay.
If those numbers are accurate, I'm not saying if they are.
Yeah.
If they do turn out to be close to right where it needs to be, do you think at this point there should be another division cut for Division 1?
No. Right. I still don't know what the... I mean, the only reason to do another division cut for Division 1 is if you think there needs to be higher rewards. That's it. Otherwise, it really doesn't matter.
Suck, man.
Yeah, so if you want another division for rewards, that's it. I mean, what else do you really plan? So what I don't understand is what you plan on getting out of another division. You're matching up with, but you're matching people based on your top 80 GP. That's not changing. You're still facing the same people. So you're adding a division to do what exactly? Right? I'm if the reason is because you want better rewards because you have a higher GP, that's fine. To me, that makes sense. And you have to find it so that there are enough people in the new division that you're creating so that, let's just say, 25% of them decide that they don't care about GAC, that they can still do matchups and you're not necessarily like screwing people out because you're only facing people in your division, right? That's the one thing. So if you're facing people based on your top 80 GP, all you are doing is making it so that you are not, if you're in a higher GP, you're not going to face people with a lower total GP, but the same top 80 GP. That's all you're doing. And what that does is actually eliminate your competition, which is already happening at the top. The top people are facing, and Loki, you can tell me, because I think you're closer to this, and I remember Warrior saying this and Grande saying this. A lot of times you guys are facing the same people over and over again over the course of the same GAC. So what is a new division supposed to do? Like the only thing it does.
I'll tell you from my standpoint, and I've done a lot of research on GAC, and if I'm 5.3 and I'm facing an 8.0, he's going to have, we may have the same top 80 because the way his balanced out, but he's going to have a ton more teams to come at me with. So if he can't get through me, he may take 25 attempts to finally break through a wall. So there is a little bit of an advantage from that standpoint that they've got a much deeper bench. That's the biggest reason for me. But
they do have a deeper bench.
Is 100% true.
No, you are correct. You have a deeper bench, and I can say that because I'm a bottom fluffer, right? I fully admit that.
You're definitely a bottom fluffer. I think we can all agree on this shit. Even Sinister going, yep, that's
my
true.
GACs usually end up with me having about 600,000 to about 1 million GP, sometimes more than my opponent. But the reason for that is I'm working on Lobot, I'm working on the Tuskens, I'm working on Mon Mothma, I'm working on Chupio, who's not even ready yet. Like that's what's boosting my GP. So what difference does it make? Like I'm using this. Yeah, I know. My Jawa takers are awesome. We'll have to talk about that later. But my point is that your bottom usually doesn't matter in the GACs. Most of the time, it's a one-shot clear, or you get stuck on, or you get stuck on something like a Galactic Legend Ray or something like that, right? So the depth of your attacks may have some kind of impact with the bench, but most of the time, it's going to be one-shots as you get higher and higher. So the matchups are not really changing at all. And all you're doing actually is eliminating your competition and narrowing it down to that you're only facing like the same people over and over again. You're making it worse on yourself if you make a division just for the sake of saying, well, 4.5 to 8 million is a long range, let's cut it. Why? You're actually better off with it wider, so you face a wider range. Because otherwise, you're limiting your competition. So, in my opinion, we don't need another division, even if those stats are correct. There's no purpose behind it other than rewards. And the rewards are going to suck anyways.
Yeah, the rewards are not. If the rewards
this
were
isn't
better,
designed for
something,
rewards.
yeah.
This is not what GAC is for. GAC is kind of just its own little fun PvP thing. That's what they designed it for. People play it for that. That's it.
It's the sandbox, is what it is.
Yeah,
it really is. That's all it is now.
Yeah,
and yeah, you're right. Like I think last round there were two guys. I faced them all 3 rounds. Like, they were in my brackets every single, the whole time. And I was
told
just like,
you not to keep getting your GP higher than Loki. You didn't listen to me.
What was that?
You didn't listen to me. I said quit inflating your GP, and you didn't listen.
And they're the ones inflating their GPs. I'm not doing nothing right now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next.
There is a suggestion in chat. I want to mention this. There is a suggestion in chat that says, "What about dividing it up by Galactic Legends?" So the game does that inherently, right? There is a reason why I am bottom fluffing and not relicing characters. It is because the number of relics you need to get a Galactic Legend, plus the fact that the Galactic Legend has 6 Zetas and all that other gear that you're going to take it to the relic, does a huge inflation to your top 80 GP. So the people that are getting screwed are going, and I've mentioned this before, it is all about staying in your lane when you play.
It's about going for Galactic Legends when you're ready, because if you do it
exactly,
like I
a free-to-play is not going to be able to keep up with the pace of trying to get end-game characters the entire time. If your focus is to get top-end like Relic 7s on all of your characters, right? Know that you are going to be behind a pay-to-play the entire time, because that is the Whales game. Whales game is Relic 7. That is not where free-to-play should be, because they've accelerated the gear timeline way, way, way too much.
So this is the trap. So if you're looking, because your matches where even if you're facing a Galactic Legend, is because Finn hit it on the head. Your roster is overinflated with GP with the wrong characters. When we talk about teams and characters you need to work on, you progress a certain way, because if you have those characters and teams, even though you get GP inflation from them, it's worth it, because at that point when you get a gas on your team, it's good GP. It's not like you just did Relic 3 on the 3 Tuscans. That's bad GP. We don't want that GP. Mm-hmm. And that's going to have you have Relic 3 characters being off against somebody else that have the Relic 3 characters. So when you want to go for Galactic Legend, you're free to play, make sure you have all your other teams squared away and their mods are there, so that when you do get a Galactic Legend, you inflate your GP, but it's okay because you have the teams already set up to handle this stuff. The thing that we see people all the time just blowing through. They don't work on mods. They just think it's characters and gear, and they get crushed. You do not want to be at around 5.8 to 6 million. You're going to face me. I have 2 Galactic Legends. You may be lucky if you have 1. And
I won't face you, and I'm there.
You're like 300,000 behind me now. So
I know, but I'm still close enough. I'm sure you're facing some people a little lower than you.
No, they're like 6.1, 6.2. They're usually a little bit higher than me. But around that mark. But that's because I've been hyper focused on my account, who I worked on, who I took up. Mm-hmm. I'll leave Relic 7 characters that I had no choice to do. Go to Relic 5. You don't need Relic 7. Just go Relic 5. Relic 5's great. It's great.
Don't even Relic, honestly. I don't think you realize how much of an impact relics have on your GP and how much it throws off your top 80. That's the biggest thing that I don't think people realize. Like, it's not just one gear level. there is a huge boost in the amount of GP that a character contributes to your top 80 GP for every single relic, and it increases. So if you are, and yes, Gavin Mothma is saying it perfectly. If you want to get to a relic, go to gear 13 and stop.
Yeah.
If you start relicking, you're doing it because of PvE purposes if you're a free-to-play. So you don't consider PvP, right? If you have difficulty in GAC, it is unfortunate, but relics in GAC is a whales game. That's just the way it is. And it's going to impact your total GP every single time. So you have to be cautious about the relics. Now, if you're asking about Galactic Legends having a particular kind of focus, right? Always be careful about what you're asking for there, because you're asking CG to put a value judgment on characters, right? That's effectively what you're doing. They've already given it an increased GP value with the fact that it's 6 Zetas, right? So they've added over a lot of the other characters an additional 4,000 GP automatically on that character, right? Because each Zeta is about 2,000 GP, if I remember. So they've automatically added all of this extra GP on that. So you have to then decide, like, is this worth it, and balance out your roster. So Galactic Legends, right, have to be cautiously given any additional weight on top of the fact that the GP has that additional weight. And if you're facing Galactic Legends and you don't, then that just means you have a lot of relics in your top 80.
Yeah.
And I've seen people say that, like, I don't have a Galactic Legend, my opponent has Galactic Legends. Well, the next question, how many relics do you have and how many relics does your opponent have? Well, they usually end up about the same. It's just he focused on the Galactic Legends and you focus on other characters.
Like the Tuscans.
That's all it is. Yeah, or like the Tuscans or whatever it is, whatever else it is.
You did
so
the
it's
Jawas.
a focus on it.
Shame on you. All right, let's get to another question.
So, next question is Fury. Question: if you 5 were stuck on a deserted island, who would you sacrifice first to the island gods? I don't even know the answer.
I think we're all in agreement here. Finn, kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm kind of aware.
They're not getting rid of me because I know how to survive. They're not getting Loki because he's cool. Mort is comedy, and Finn is just the level-headed one. Finity, you got to go.
I'm 100% the one.
You have medical stuff, but I have a little bit of medical stuff. I think we take our chances, right? We've sacrificed Finn to the volcano. Senate, what do you think?
I mean, as the level-headed one, I have to be impartial, so.
Okay.
The answer's Finn.
Yeah, okay, the answer's
okay.
Finn. Okay.
He'll answer it for you.
The answer's Finn. It's 100% the answer's Finn. Yeah.
Did we get a game update? Does anybody know? Because every time I try to open both my emulators, they freeze.
Not that I'm aware of. Didn't see any patch notes.
I didn't get anything that I can see.
Anybody in chat? Anyway, go ahead.
Let's see. Next question is Fury saying she wouldn't sacrifice me. You're lying, but I appreciate that. Okay, next question is from DA Sniper King. Question: if you could change one thing about Galactic Challenges, what would it be? I think we went through that, right?
We all kind of gave our thoughts on this, right? Send did, Loki
Go
didn't.
back, do it all over.
Yeah, we went through that in a lot of detail, actually, DA. So, or Sniper King, I should say. Vincent B. Question: does Chewie have a banana whenever he wants?
What?
Whenever he wants, he can have a banana.
Goddamn.
Who's going to stop Chewie from getting a banana if he wants
he'll rip your arms off, but I mean, good lord.
Exactly. So he can have a banana whenever the hell he wants. It's just the answer. Okay. Bruce. I'll ask this one to Loki. So Bruce, who was in the chat, just asking about the Galactic Legends and how they can impact the score, right? He has a question. It says, as someone with no Galactic Legends, which should I go after first? So now it's 4 possibilities.
You can't. Nobody can answer that because we don't know their kids.
I'd wait.
Yeah.
What do you think, Loki?
I don't know. I still lean Kylo, man.
Good.
Just because of PvE content. I mean, you can solo raids. You can do all sorts of stuff with him.
He's just some monster everywhere. Like I'm using him in Dark Side TB, and he's just like, wave 1 done, wave 2 done.
I don't know how the other 2 are gonna. I mean, if the other 2 can easily solo the heroic Sith raid, then I'd pick the one where you can easily do PvE content with, because that's where you're gonna get all the gear from.
Let's ask this. This will be a good question. Senate, do you have a Galactic Legend?
Yes, I have Kylo, and ish close to Ray.
Okay. Are you going to finish Ray, or are you going to wait to see the kits on the new Galactic Legends before you make a final push for the next one?
I'm finishing Ray.
Good man. See, this is why we like Senate. He stays on target. Almost
That's the thing.
there.
That's what I always say. What I always tell everybody is when you're doing something in this game, you just got to actually do that thing in the game. Don't get distracted by other things. Just finish it out and then move on to the next thing. You got to have one project at a time. I don't want to. It would be a damn shame to spend like 4 months getting all these resistance tunes relicked only to stop because resistance pilot needs 3 gear pieces. You know. I think that the benefit of finishing Ray versus the detriment of like being a little further behind, because that's the other thing too, is that I'm not free to play, but I haven't spent, and I'm not planning on spending for the foreseeable future. The only thing I've spent on recently was taking Vader from Gear 12 to Relic 6, and I feel like that was worth it. And it was peer pressured on stream, so I couldn't resist. Other than that, though, if I was spending, it might be a different story, because I might, if with these other ones, I might have just panic spent and got Ray right there and be like, okay, now I can see from here on, and just kind of be done with it, because I'm probably within that range.
Yeah.
But given that I'm free to play, I'm like, well, it's going to take me forever to get another Galactic Legend anyway, so I might as well just get this one because it's the closest within reach, and I know that she's going to be worth it. Yeah, maybe the others will be more worth it, but I'm still going to stick with Ray.
Okay. Fort Mort, I know you're working on Gas, and we're working on getting him squared away. As you look to the Galactic Legends, what are you leaning toward? Like, if you just had a favorite you would want to work on, and maybe the ones that the 2 kits that are out there, maybe you wait to see what the other 2 kits are, but is there a preference you have with
from what I see in the community, so like what Loki said, I believe it was Loki said that you can solo the raids and stuff like that. I'm in a smaller guild, only 145 million, so I wouldn't be using him to solo the raid. We kind of equalize the way we handle things, but I personally, for me, I'm so far away it doesn't even make a difference. I should have gas this go around. I'm ready to go. I've got part of Luke ready to go. So I'm probably going to work on that and hope that...
You better finish that goddamn Darth Revan.
I'm working on Darth Revan. As much as I hate Revan. Yes, I said it.
My favorite
I'm working on Revan and slowly working on Luke. Oh, it's terrible.
No, I don't mean in game. I mean just ever. In the Star Wars community. I mean, it's great.
Yeah. But as for me, if I depending on where you're sitting, like he's super close, the Senate is, so go for it. But for guys like me, are you not considering whether I should go for one? I'd wait.
Yeah, get the rest of your roster done first, right? We had this discussion where it's like get everything squared away first, and then get a Galactic Legend, right? You've got Gas, Padme, the Revens, all these really good teams to use.
I'm bloating my account with good bloat because I got Gas, Padme, and the droids. But Galactic Legends, I just don't want to bloat. I have Jawas. I like Jawas. That's where a little bit of my bloat comes from. So I don't need more bloat. So I'm not even leaning toward that at all right now.
Yeah, let's not talk about the Jawas. All right, next question.
I want to go off the board here for a second for Loki, because there's something I wanted to ask him last week and I didn't get a chance to because he wasn't on. So Loki, I have a question for you for the Galactic Legends, right? We've seen that usually when these kind of events come up, each one is a little bit stronger than the last.
Right.
So do you think that Luke and Palpatine will be a power creep on top of the Rey and Kylo, or do you think that all 4 are going to be like roughly balanced by the time they're released?
It's hard to say right now. I think I was debating which one I'm going to go for. I don't think I'm going to go all out like I did with Rey and Kylo. And I hate that they did that. Was they released the kits for Rey and Kylo, and then Kylo got changed like a month later, right?
Oh, yes.
From community, feedback. But Luke right now, I think, is on my radar, and it's simply because of light side GOTB. Because I don't want to rain on everybody's parade, but I mean, even Galactic Rey sucks in light side GOTB.
What? I get 4 for 4 with her everywhere, man. What
Phase 4, dude, she's horrible.
Oh, Phase 4. I haven't hit Phase 4 yet.
You will get killed in Phase 4.
Really? Because Phase 3 and
it's
down,
pretty bad.
I've had pretty good luck with her. So
I mean, it depends on your guild and where you're at on the game. I think Luke is more late game. Whereas if you're in a smaller guild and you have enough guys with Palpatine and Supreme Leader Kylo, they can carry the guild through dark side GOTB. Because right now, dark side GOTB is like super easy for us right now. I mean, in TI and Paw Patrol and all that. And I'm sure the Maw guys, no problem with dark side. I mean, we can probably auto 33 stars, no problem now. But the big challenge hurdle now is light side. And Luke, I think, gives you one more team. That's how bad light side GOTB is right now. You need more light side Galactic Legends to just be able to 2-star and 3-star certain phases, I think, at this point. Unless they do something crazy and just buff everybody or they lower the difficulty. Like, that's how bad light side GOTB is in phase 4 right now. Like, we can't even see light at the end of the tunnel right now. So to answer your question, Finn, I'm hoping they make Luke OP at the start, which would entail his requirements are a lot harder than Palpatine to do. And I think if you're in a smaller guild, smaller GP, and you guys are just barely, you need that extra push in dark side GOTB, you go for Palpatine first, is what I'm thinking. Because right now, we got, Maw and TI and all that can do dark side, and we're barely using Galactic Legends in dark side. It's just because there's so many good dark side teams and the synergies are so good in it that you don't need them. But light side's a totally different story. So again, I'm hoping Luke is the OP one right now, but who knows? Because if the community says enough and gives enough feedback, they're going to balance it out anyway. And we kind of know what's going to happen, right? Is they're all going to have the same unique, right? They're all immune to certain abilities. They can't die to instant kill, like all this stuff. That's one of their uniques, right? And then it's a matter of, is one going to have a mass revive? Is one going to have a mass kill, right? Those are or damage immunity or something like that, right? So they're just going to recycle a bunch of the existing kits right now and abilities. And, hopefully they make Luke decent, I guess is what I'm looking forward to. But I know Palpatine's going to be good. He has to be. And he might be better than Kylo at this point. But, if Palpatine can solo the raid, then I would go for Palpatine instead of Kylo at this point.
Just in case your Kylo messed up, you just throw in old Palpatine and old Papa Palps with his missing fingers.
My issue with Luke is, again, it's Hermit Luke, right? He doesn't fight.
Jedi Master Hermit Luke. Let's get the damn
It's Hermit
title.
Luke, man. He threw his lightsaber away like
just walk through it.
And it's just I don't have any high hopes for the guy, but unless he's got like
all right,
and he calls a bunch of Jedi to
all
assist.
Right. Luke hater, we've had enough of you, Loki. All right,
but I have to go for him, because he's going to help him.
I'm going for him too. Me and Dash are trying to hold hands.
I have to go for him.
Yeah, you can join me and Dash. We'll all hold hands and go.
What if Loki he does something like gas almost, right? Where when you eat his protection, he goes into like a force projection stage. But when he does that, he counts the number of like turns that his team gets. But he gives all of them like a 200% speed boost. And after they go 20 times, he comes back up. And in the meantime, he's immune, right?
Yeah, he's like a super support or, gas on steroids. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking he may be, which is where he goes into kind of like this cover mode, but he becomes a force projection. Everybody else is immune, but they get like a bonus speed. They take extra turns, and then he pops back up, and then everything is back to normal.
Right. The problem is that Jedi Master Luke that they showed, again, he didn't do anything. He just sat there. And then Hermit Luke was projecting him. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I got it. You hate Luke. It's fine.
I don't hate him. It's just,
it sounds like
not
hate.
a good, it's just wasn't a good.
I've heard him before. That sounded like hate. Did not, or not like much. Okay. No, just joking. Dr. Finn, what do you got next, brother? Let's start talking through these questions because I want to.
We have a so a few more questions here, so
we can get sent it over to his stream.
Yep.
And we can go over there and raise hell on the city.
Steve V, question. Hey, Ranger, how come you stopped DMing Loki? He seems like a good dude.
Well, I already covered this. Loki's never DM'd me unless I've DM'd him first. So I turned the tables on that little undercut from Loki very quickly. No, Loki's a busy guy. You only bother Loki when You need women or lightsabers. All right, next question.
Or both.
Or both, I mean,
Next question.
I'm not biased. Just not.
What else? 73. Do you think Galactic Legend Papa Palp will get a Nihilus-like ability to drain or force spirit from the other team?
What do you think, Senate?
I think they just scratched the surface with the whole mastery business they're doing to Galactic Legends. I wouldn't be surprised if he had some type of like mastery drain event or effect that drains mastery from everybody instead of just one person, maybe.
Ooh.
Siphon like Kylo.
Ooh.
Something like that.
That's kinky. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, Mort. Blue milk. All right, we get it. You bastard. All right, next question.
There we go.
Figure out this mic.
Yeah, sorry. Next question. Yeah, the button is always finicky on this.
Learn to find
next
the
question
button, Finn.
is, who was Nightmare has a question. Who was sidelined more in the sequels, Mark Hamill or John Boyega?
Mort, what do you think? You like blue milk. You know this stuff.
Who's John Boyega?
Finn. He played Finn. Wow.
What's the question again?
Who was sidelined more in the sequel, Mark Hamill or John Boyega, aka Jedi Master?
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's
Jedi Master Luke or Finn.
That's Mark Hamill. I'm terrible with names. I know Ranger Finn. That's all I know.
All right. Next question. Hadriel Jepper. Question: what is the best First Order squad makeup that doesn't have Supreme Leader Kylo?
Well, we all have Kylo here.
I mean, I think it's the same one as it was before, right?
Well, yeah,
Crew,
I'll throw the
Kylo,
Hux
Executioner, Hux, and
no,
Officer.
No. It's Crew.
Red Trooper.
Red Lobster Trooper, yep. Hux. Stormtrooper, because you want those calls and Siths from not only Stormtrooper, but you get the call and assist with Red Lobster Trooper, right? The fifth is optional. I like Officer because you can speed up characters and stuff with that turn meter. I don't know. What would you be your ideal lineup, Senate? And then we'll get Loki.
I think it depends.
That would be
It depends on what you're going to do. I mean, if you're, I'm not sure. I don't feel like I never see it, or I mean, I probably never will see it without a Galactic Legend in PvP, so in arena or anything. So I'm not sure, but like in territory battles, at least you can use Hux lead in the early phases, and
Hux lead.
His mass assist is essentially an annihilate. It's very strong. Hux lead is very good, but the crew lead is better later on because you get the protection. So I think the crew lead is probably the better lead all around. But I think the team is definitely got to have crew, Hux, Red Trooper, First Order Stormtrooper, and then you could do a fifth. I mean, you could do First Order Officer, you could do Panda, you could do.
Special Forces.
Those are kind of the four I think that are gonna make it up. You could do OG Kylo.
Any thoughts on that, Loki?
No, I agree with what Senate said.
Okay.
It's I like the crew lead with the regen, and I mean he's hard to kill, man.
Plus the 30 speed. It's PvP. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Okay, next question, Dr. Finn.
Okay. Next one is Deadpool Kyle. What if both the new Galactic Legends are gonna be purely support characters?
Well, then I think we're all gonna quit and we're gonna get a weekend house and get drunk, and I'll bring the blow. Finn, Loki will bring the hookers. Finn will bring the Twinkies. Senate, what are you bringing? Some coconut water. Mort will bring all the alcohol, and then we'll be good to go. So,
And then we'll all well together because we're addicted.
Oh, Jesus. I hope that's not the case. It could be. I just don't see Palpatine being a support character. I think he's going to be super
Yeah, I don't see
offensive.
Palpatine being support
I think
either.
he's going to be OP offensive, and I think Luke's going to be super OP defensive. That's just what I think. All right, Finn, next question, sir.
Okay. Next one is Vincent B. What tags will the new Galactic Legends have?
I think OP and lick my ass, we win. But anybody else with any tags they want to throw out there?
We were discussing this actually on the afternoon stream, right? It was an interesting point. I can't remember. I think it was, I want to say it was either Doc Ravage or Nightmare that brought it up. That if you look at the Galactic Challenges, right, Resistance and First Order are not available as any of the player played ones, right? They're enemies for the Galactic Challenges. They're not on the player side. And it would make some sense because it's kind of hard to balance those with the Galactic Legends and the level of difficulty they have, right? They also don't have Jedi. And we're fairly sure that Jedi Master Luke is going to have the Jedi tag, right?
Palpatine's going to have the Sith.
But Sith does have a phase that you play Galactic Challenges. The first one requires Sith.
Yeah.
So will they actually give it Sith, or will they come up with a new Sith Eternal title that makes him not a Sith, maybe has synergy with Sith in his kit and his unique, but he does not have the Sith tag. Instead, he will just have like a Sith Eternal tag, no Sith tag, and now he doesn't throw off that Galactic Challenge. I think that would be...
Yeah, that sounds like new math. Let's go to the next question.
Unless he's like Final Order, right? Because that's...
Well, he probably have that too, yeah. I think he'd have Final Order as well. But, I don't think he's going to...
So the problem with making Palpatine a Sith, and then he has like turn meter manipulation, is it's always Nihilus, right? You got to keep Nihilus on check, because if you come out with a new Sith that boosts turn meter and does something crazy OP, it speeds up Nihilus, right? And then you have Annihilate right away. So any of the reducing of cooldowns, any turn meter gain, all that has to be on check because of Nihilus, or else Sith is just going to be too good again.
Okay.
Yep. That's why personally I like Kylo better than Rey too, just because his synergy is almost, for the most part, people just run him with his own faction. Whereas Rey, you can kind of run with whoever. So I hope that whatever faction they do for him, it kind of restricts his synergy to whatever faction that is, whether it's something to do with Sith or whether it's a Final Order, a new faction. I don't want to see a hodgepodge of the past 6 metas being thrown into one team with the new character.
Right.
Like that's not. I don't think
that
that's
weird
good
that
thematically.
Isn't that
Can
weird?
you
Like that.
Palpatine lead with the Galactic Legend, and they're gaining all that turn meter already, right? It was so bad they had to nerf.
Yeah,
right. They had to
exactly.
nerf Palpatine lead like a week after they released the Sith Empire, right? So it's
yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do, man. It's you have to keep Palpatine lead on check because that leadership is just OP. It's that good, right? Jedi. I mean, the new Luke, if he's a Jedi, we always say this. Oh, you compare him with Joe Lee, and now if he's a super mega support character that revives, and then you have Joe Lee that can revive, that's gonna be OP, right? It's gonna time out, right? You're gonna build these ultimate timeout Jedi teams now.
I'm just glad the Galactic Legends cannot be used with the Galactic Legends, because that would be a goddamn nightmare. You imagine you just put Rey and Kylo on a team and like, I win.
Then you had Luke and Palpatine on there too.
You can't kill him because of Rey. Kyle's going to tear you a new ass.
Ooh, they should do that for a GAC, man, with the new whale bracket or something.
God, that would be great.
They should unlock that so you can put
one
a team
zone. Your Galactic Legends versus mine, and some ships in the back.
Ford is just chilling up there like, I am never ever gonna have to deal with that question, and I am happy because of it.
That is why.
Amen, brother.
I can't help but think that, especially because Luke is going to have the Jedi tag, right? I mean,
Don't do it.
he's got to have the Jedi tag. You can't help but think that all these light side Jedi battles and light side territory battles, they probably made knowing that 3 years down the line it was finally going to be possible.
Right.
We shall see. All right, next couple questions, Finn. Let's wrap this up. Let's do this.
Okay.
Do this
Nathan H. question: what relic levels do you recommend for GA and Geo Spy? I'm assuming
GBA.
Geo Brood Alpha. I think it's supposed to be GBA.
GBA is, I say 3 to 5 the best you can. Spy definitely 3 to 5 because you get that damage out of him.
Yeah.
Once you relic Spy, that's one I wanted to do, but I haven't been able to do it because keep dicking around with Galactic Legends and Lukes and Mandos and breakfast cereals and shit. God damn it! I'd like to finish some characters that I'd really like. What is the penalty? I'm too angry. God damn it!
So I'm just saying, I'm kind of curious what he's using it for.
I would hope to win.
Win what though? I mean, I can use my Geos to beat teams at tier 12 in GAC because of my matchups. I can use it to beat the Watt mission in Darkside GOTB with gear 12s. So I'm curious what you are using them for, Nathan H, to actually relic them. Because
you can use GBA.
If I can say, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say you can use GBA in those hodgepodge Galactic Legend counter teams.
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
be the tanks. I mean,
so I say Relic 5.
Don't be afraid to relic him up. I mean, he's
good.
You get 2 relic characters for 1. It was easily the one that I chose to do on that team.
Yeah. Oh, if you're relicking GBA for sure for that reason, right? Yeah, you get Brute and GBA for it.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm curious what if you're using it for something like Arena, like Loki's saying, then 100% you got to take GBA to like Relic 5 because he plugs and plays. But if you're just doing it for like GAC or if you're doing it for like light side GOTB, if you're just caring about like the Watt mission, then you don't really have to. It's again, mods are still really important in the game, so don't forget about those.
Yeah, mods kind of rule the game. You can have all the Relic 7 characters you want. If you have shit mods, you're going to get... I'm trying to be nice here.
Shat on.
You will lose. Okay, shat. We'll use shat. That's a nice word, Sen. Thank you. See, Sen is here to keep me clean because I was going to say shit. Oh, well, I just said it. Never mind.
Nightmare. RSG, don't relic anyone. RSG, bring GBA to Relic 5 and Spot to Relic 7. That's why we do this way. You get opinions from everyone.
That's right. You got to run with how you want to play. If you want to be high-end competitive, you relic and focus on teams and do stuff like me. If you want to stay at a certain level and don't want to spend, you go Finn route. Right? Me and Senate, Loki, Mort, Finn. See how that works? We got the triangle of spending over here with the relics and the GLs. And then over there we have bottom fluffer and fluffer. Because they're both Ewok lovers. Look at that shit. Fluffy like a mother. All right. All right, 1 or 2 more questions, Finn. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. Number 2 has a question. I'm behind on my clone team. I've got gas and 5s relic. Should I finish clones now, and would it be worth having them finished, or should I save gear for all requirements for PJ Palp?
No, you finished that gas team. What the hell, man? Did you say you had relic 5 gas? Did I hear that right?
No, he just said he had gas and 5s relic. He didn't say what relic level.
No, finish the team. What are you doing, man? Cindy, would you like to talk about Cubs and his Gear 12 ARC Trooper, please, and how well that's worked out for him?
I've spoken to him about it, and
yeah, I'm sorry.
It's just it's the type of thing where it's almost like if you're not spending, you're just it can't be your priority right now to go back to a team that you should have already done. Like that's why I can't gear up my Geo Brood Alpha, because I'm either choosing between Geo Brood Alpha or I'm choosing between the tunes for Galactic Legend Ray, and you just got better priorities, so that's kind of why when it's the time to do something, you kind of got to do it. Otherwise, if you get distracted, then you get behind and you can never get to it.
I think he should still just suck it up and finish that team, man. Do you imagine how much better his shit would work with a Relic 3 ARC Trooper? Just the
ARC Trooper hits so hard.
And it's him in his turret. And if you get a sacrifice, they will one-shot things. I don't understand
you need him for the Reek, too. I mean, if you're going to collect Kiari Mundi, right? So, you need him relic.
Yeah. So, oh, Cubs. He's so stubborn.
And then, let's see. We'll do this as the last question here.
Last question of the day. Okay.
Nathan H. question. What teams, other than Old Republic, do you like to place Big Z and Mission? So where do you use Mission and Zalbar other than Old Republic?
Cure Lead or something?
Oh, yeah, I go Cure Lead. I just did that today on DJC. I did Cure Lead, those two, Nest, and Vandor Chewie.
Yep.
It's a great team. Really going to defense.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think those are the only 2 teams.
You go like Stormtrooper Han lead, or you go, whatever scoundrel lead, and you throw them in the back. And
let him do this.
It's different in 3s too. Yeah, in 3s I'll throw him in Stormtrooper Han with that can be interesting. So,
All right, we're gonna wrap it up so we give time to Senate to go get ready to do his big stream. I can't stress enough. First of all, both are. If you got their links, let's put them in the chat, Finn. Let's get Mort's description in there in the chat, and let's get the Senate. So make sure you both go there, both Mort and the Senate, and go to their Twitch page. Show them some love, guys. Come on, let's hit that follow. Let's give them some subs. Let's do whatever you can. Anything matters. Just even watching their videos matters, guys. Like it's even the little things. Like it matters. Get that shit out of here. God damn it, Mort. Really? The Fort Mort whoopee cushion. Brought to you by Smacky Smalls. Smacky Smalls. When you need to pass gas and make joke, Smacky Smalls. All right. So what we're going to do right after this is we're going to do our ending stuff, and then we're all going to go run over to, well, let me figure this. Senate, when are you going to go streaming right after this, or are you going to take a break, or what's the plan?
I'm not taking a break. I'm just going straight into it.
We're going right in. We're going in full throttle. That'll keep
getting another coconut water, nothing.
Yeah,
I'm just...
Well, you got to get a coconut water, man. You can't
Hair back, no lube, ready to go.
Have you drank coconut water like right out of one of those like green coconuts?
Like an actual coconut? Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good question, Nightmare.
What was the
that
question?
Was so good.
He had a 2-part question for me and Senate.
I was going to give it to you guys. I don't know if you wanted to kick off your stream or something with it, but he had a question for Fortmore. What are the pros and cons of stream, or what are the pros on streaming on Twitch? And then the Senate, what are the cons for streaming on Twitch?
So for me, the can I answer it? Do we have time?
Yeah,
Senate?
go ahead.
Go for it, dude.
All right. So the pros for me are I can interact with the audience. If there's any confusion in a video that I do on YouTube, I can answer it right there by listening to chat. And that's one of my favorite parts, just being able to interact. YouTube, I'm not a fan of. No offense to YouTube, but they keep restricting you. It's harder to stream. Twitch is easier. I know my downside, but I will let the Senate roll with the con.
Cons of Twitch. Do you have any sense?
I mean, I don't stream on YouTube, and I tried like a little bit to get my YouTube going, just posting my GAC like portions of my streams, but like nobody watched it, so I kind of stopped doing it. And so I don't really know what to say, I guess, cons about Twitch.
Like well, what would you like to improve about Twitch if you could improve anything?
There's one big con.
I don't know. I think that the emotes and it's just like personal stuff. It's not necessarily stuff with the platform. It's just like the fact that I'm still new.
It doesn't get the best side of your face or something like that when you're streaming, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think if I could get more coconut waters, I think it'd be a lot easier.
Get sponsored by coconut water.
If Twitch could
God damn it, Twitch, get on this shit. All right, let's end this stream so we can go make this magic happen. We're going to shout out our gold VIPs. We do this every stream where we say hello and thank you to we love all our sponsors, right? All your love and support is very appreciated, but these folks go really out of their way to really show the love and support just with their donations and things that they do for the channel to keep us up and running, putting out the content that you guys enjoy. So we tremendously appreciate it, and we just want to make sure that they get the special recognition because, they don't ask us, they just do it. And, those kind of people are special. So we just want to say thank you to all these wonderful people for being gold VIPs and higher in some cases for all that you guys do. We really couldn't do it without you. And then our ending stuff, you can see it there. We live stream Monday through Friday. We have the lunch stream. Wednesday we have this stream, the longest running stream and the longest live stream in the community. Saturday we have the Jedi Academy. Monday we will have Fort and Senate on. I doubt it because Senate, I think it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. He's probably sleeping in on Saturday. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm going to be AWOL on Saturday. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
He's going to be showing or something. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
I do.
Backroom talk. I work weekends, so it's not impossible for me too.
But we'll have Fort on the lunch stream, where we'll have some more stuff, and the good thing is I'll go hang out on their streams more because I'm a little bit more flexible with my time. So anytime that I can, I'll go. You find me over at Morchton all the time, digging around. And Senate, we're gonna do that tonight, but I'll do that more. Senate, anytime he wants me to pop on and I'm in the chat, he just tell me, I'll just pop in, man. Because I really, we know the deal. We had 3 people watching us, back in the day. 5 years ago almost. 4 years ago, going on 5 years. So we know the deal. So if you can show some love and support for these guys, we really appreciate it. Because I really love the new content that all these new up and comers, we got these guys. We've got, God, I can go through the list of people. What is it? Infern. Give me some names, man.
Infernum.
Kate Gaming. We had her on 2 weeks ago. Kate's great. Who else? There's so many. Your boy Rico, I think he's streaming. Yep. I mean, if you just go on YouTube, and it really makes their day, guys. I can't tell you on Twitch. when you raid someone or someone pops in and gives a follow and gives a sub, it validates the work that it's a lot of work to stream, guys. It's a lot of time and effort and sacrifice, because these guys are sacrificing time away from their families and stuff that they could be doing because they're spending time with you and bringing you quality entertainment. The same thing we do, and we love doing it because it makes you guys happy, right? And we're sharing an experience that we all love, which is the game. So if you, the easiest way to say thank you, just hit the follow. It's not hard. Just say, I like what you're doing, and I'll come back when I can and watch your stuff. That's all it is. It's all it is. It's simple. So if you can give the thumbs up on any YouTube channels that they have, or subscribe, or follow, or anything like that, please do. It really does make a big difference, and it's very important. Last thing I'll say before we go over on there, and I want everybody in the chat right now to go over to that channel, to be ready. Let's kick Send It Off right. Let's give him all those follows and love, and let's really make the night worth it for him. And then tomorrow I'm going to do a special Gold VIP stream. That'll be, Gold VIP is not what I'm talking about. I'll be back tomorrow for my GAC round 1. We'll have some fun with that. The guy did not put his Galactic Legend again, because I wouldn't either if I was facing 2 versus 1. So I'll have some fun with GAC tomorrow, going for the full clear like we always do, and then we'll do that special stream tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow night we have the blue VIP or purple VIP tomorrow, Finn?
Purple.
Purple VIPs, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay.
Yep, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so we'll be doing that with our other VIPs as well. So we got a lot of stuff planned for you guys. That being said, wash your hands, wash your face, wear your damn mask, keep your social distancing. Coronavirus is not something you want to be dicking around with, folks. It is still a major issue. We're losing 1,000 people a day. We all have got to band together and work together to keep each other safe. Do the right shit. Seriously. I've been saying it for the last 4 months since coronavirus came out, and I'm going to keep saying it till we do it. Just do the right shit. Seriously. You may not get sick, but you may be a carrier. You can give it to someone that's highly that's susceptible to it, and it's not something I would want to live with if I know I gave someone coronavirus and they died from it. Just saying. So do all the precautions shit that you can, guys. I know it sucks. Watch us. Watch these other guys. We'll keep you entertained. We'll keep your mind off this crap. Do what you need to do, and then we'll come watch us be potato heads and jackasses, and that's what our job is, to keep your mind off this stuff. But do the right thing. We do it. I carry a backpack with all that shit all the time. Sanitizer, gloves, mask, even when I'm doing a 3-mile run, I'm carrying that shit. You never know when I might stop, say, oh, I want a coconut water. Let me just go in the store real quick. Mask goes on, gloves goes on, all the whole works. So that's all I ask. All right, everybody that's watching now, let's go over to get ready on Twitch for the Senate. And on behalf of myself, the Troll Extraordinaire, Dr. Finn Medicine Woman, the Lightsaber, Sexy Buddha, Loki, Fort Mort, Shop Fort Mort, and the Senate.
I am the Senate. It's pretty good.
Good.
Ish.
Your voice is very good.
Use my knowledge, I beg of you.
It was very much like to kill you. Every time I do Anakin, I have to do the dumb voice with Anakin. I can't stand him. I'll do a perfect Kenobi, but I can't do that. You underestimate my power. It's like, no, I can't do Anakin straight, man. It just bothers me. So everyone, have a great rest of your night. Thank you for being here. Hope you had fun. Hit the thumbs up, all that shit, and we'll see you in a few minutes over with Senate. The Senate. Peace out.